Mm-hmm.
Right. So what is that are we learning in today's session about business analyst and the kind of knowledge that requires in Facets. Okay. This
Mm-hmm.
is what we are learning now. Okay. So
Yeah.
business analyst. Because this explanation, whatever am I giving you, the basic explanation, so that I don't require to give all that. Because
Mm-hmm.
being a business analyst, we have to understand the requirements of the customer and we need to provide the solutions. This is the
Yeah.
basic understanding, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
But normally, Facets is a core administrative application of healthcare. Okay, core
Okay.
administrative application. So this will be used by the healthcare organizations to manage the claim processings. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
claim processing, claim adjudication, everything will be used using this core administrative application. Okay.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about this Facets as a product, if you consider Facets itself is a product, this product is being used by the healthcare organizations for different purposes. Either it could be a provider or it could be a payer. Okay, user.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But the kind of changes, whatever is required in the Facets, has to be taken care of by the business analyst by you. Okay.
Okay.
So why is this changes required in the Facet application? This is the first thing you need to know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when we are implementing Facets, especially in reference to the implementation of Facets, normally this implementation have different things. Okay.
Okay.
First is about implementation of Facets. First point.
Mm-hmm.
Implementation is
Sorry.
the first step. If
Mm-hmm.
you want to use application Facets in healthcare organizations,
Mm.
there is a step procedure to install it. To install it.
Okay.
The first thing is implementation. Implementation
Mm-hmm.
means whatever the Facets product you have, that has to be implemented. So wherein this implementation to operations is what generally being a transformation which normally we have to do to use it effectively in the healthcare organizations. Okay.
Okay.
At the same time, and also there is a need of production support is also required.
Mm-hmm.
Understood? Right. So production support also, because when there is an implementation of the Facets application, we have integrated in the healthcare organizations.
Mm-hmm.
Operations means day-to-day activities, whatever the day-to-day activities, right? So to what extent Facets application is performing the better results for the healthcare organization, all these things
Mm.
will have to be taken care of. Understood?
Okay.
Right. So at the same time, even production support is also needed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, what is required for this? For this, we require configurations, right? We require
Mm-hmm.
configurations. This is the first point, Megha.
Okay.
Configurations means, again, this I can tell you in two different ways. Either we are configuring a new Facets application as fresh. This is one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Or else transforming from legacy systems to Facets.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? Right? Mega learning, listen,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I am here.
Two things. First of all, when you talk about configuration, we talk about this configuration we have to understand in two ways. One is
Mm-hmm.
either we are configuring a new application as fresh right from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
or else sometimes there will be situation where, as we had discussed in 2 days back, right? So there was a legacy
Yeah.
application. Either it could be a mainframe application, or it could be they may be using some QNext or XYZ. From this, you are transforming the application to the Facets part. Okay.
Okay.
So configuration knowledge is something required for a BA. Point number one. Okay.
Okay.
So configuration, honestly speaking, which is something connecting to the technology, to be honest, because configuration is nothing to do with functional part, because
Okay.
configuration is completely relating to the technical part of it, means what infrastructure you are using, right? So first of all, you need to understand about the architecture of the existing application, which is that we are using and all. That is what we call it as is and to be, if you know that.
Okay.
As is and to be. In generally in business analysis terms, we call it as to be. Okay.
Okay.
As is nothing but legacy system. Understood? As is nothing but legacy system. Whereas in legacy system, to be nothing but facets. Okay.
Okay.
To be nothing but facets. So that configuration knowledge is required.
Mm-hmm.
Practically, 100% configuration knowledge may not have to all the people, because that is not guaranteed. Right? So because
Okay.
some people, BA people, most of the people come from the functional side. They are not coming from the technical side.
Mm-hmm.
So it is always helpful and it is always preferable to have technical people when there is any configuration things which we are addressing. Okay,
Okay.
this is one thing. So learning configuration is not simply being a business analyst you are doing directly. Okay. So
Okay.
before the configuration of anything, as it is something connecting to the technical part of it, you need to understand two different architectures. One, understanding of the legacy architecture. Second, understanding over the Facets art.
Facets architecture.
This is point number one, right?
Okay.
This is where generally we talk about configuration part.
Configuration. Okay.
Second is customizations. Because most of the questions when you go for interviews, these kind of questions people will ask you. Okay.
Okay.
Mostly to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Customizations. What is customization? Because every organization, whatever the organization we are talking about, means whichever the healthcare industry we are, whatever the healthcare industries we see and all everything. So in every healthcare industry, there will be some kind of changes happens in a form of business requirements will have. Okay,
Okay.
customization. This is based on the business requirements, what we have gathered from the client. Okay.
Okay.
Means healthcare organization, right? Gathered from the client. Why, on what basis this business requirement changes? Because see, if there is an application of Facets was there, we can use it, right? We can use it initially to start with, and
Yeah.
that can be continued. Okay. Then why do we require customization either initially or in middle of the operations? Why
Yeah.
do you require some customization to be made? Because I'll write it. We have gathered requirements because as customization required, as there will be changes happens in the following areas. This is a constant. This is a constant. These are the constant things which will happen. This is not something I say that it happens in the initial stages. This may happen in middle of the implementation also. Understood?
Okay.
Okay. So what are that? First of all, rules of the business. Whatever the business rules and all everything come into picture. Understood? Yeah, right? Right? So business rules.
Yes.
Because whatever the business rules of the organization they were following, they may require some business rules to be changed according to the industry, according to the market needs. Business rules are completely influencing the business operations of a enterprise. Am I right?
Enterprise.
So business rules will change sometimes. This is
Okay.
the first reason being a business analyst you have to be identified. If you want to do some customization of a Facets application in the client environment, right, when we are doing it on our own, business requirements, influence of business requirements majorly due to the changes happens in the business rules, right? Whatever
Okay.
business rules they were following earlier may not be the same now. Understood, Mega? Clear? Second point, government mandates. Government mandates means whatever the government decisions they have taken, right? Because in reference to the healthcare services itself is concerned, whatever the government decisions and mandates and all everything, this is also one of the this I can say it is called as an external factor. Okay, external
Okay.
factor. Because say let's say for example HIPAA rules and regulations you are following. Okay, so why you are following HIPAA rules and regulations? HIPAA rules is not something prepared by the healthcare organizations. HIPAA rules and
Okay.
regulations have been defined by the government, federal government,
Government.
for the protection of the health information.
Okay.
So if you are a person managing the healthcare organization, you have to follow the HIPAA standards. Am I right?
Yes.
So directly or indirectly, influence over the government decisions will also be impacting on the process of the business, whatever we are managing in regular intervals.
Okay.
Mhm.
One question here. Does Facets tool is already under the government rules? Is it made under that?
First, initially, yes. Initially, yes.
Yeah, like it is an already an inbuilt tool, right, which we are implementing in our system. So uh, it's an already a package which we are taking, so it has already inbuilt rules present in it, right?
Nine.
Or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah. See, government,
Uh-huh.
see, first of all, when face it says it trace to one. Okay. Trace it to the
Yes.
the product which was created and developed by the Tracito in reference to the Facets application
Mm-hmm.
is based upon the government mandates and the rules only.
Rules on. Okay.
Mostly,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But these government mandates may not be the same all the time. For example, there is a government mandate happens now. Okay, for example,
Now, yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
government mandate happened now based on the facet application was there.
Yeah.
Can you assure that the same government mandate will be there forever?
No.
Right? Because of the healthcare transformations as well as the kind of importance they are giving for healthcare to the people and all everything, government will take different decisions as a part of the
Definitely.
governance process,
Yeah.
right? Because
Mm-hmm.
they have to uh, they have to work towards good governance to
Mm-hmm.
satisfy the to as well as to make their citizens happy, right? That is required.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So there are transformations will be taken place. Let's say, for example, recently 2 years back we have affected with COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, COVID.
Yes.
2 years, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there is a lot of pressure was built upon across industries, across countries, across world because of the COVID.
Yes.
Lot of us are suffered a lot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what government have taken? Government have taken an initiative measures in their healthcare systems to be improved more in order to address these kind of unforeseen situations in coming time. Am I right?
Mm. Yes.
Earlier, there was no mandate in reference to these kind of things because we never faced, as far as the news itself is concerned, as we see, I think 100 years back,
Mm-hmm.
sometime, I think there was some virus, right? So sometime 100 years back, sometime long back, right?
Mm-hmm.
It came. After that, this is the first time in last 100 years we have got, right? This
Yep.
virus.
Mm-hmm.
Means whatever it is, whatever the name it can be, right? So
Mm-hmm.
COVID was faced by the people.
Mm-hmm.
So in this 100 years, whatever the process, the systems we have developed to
Mm-hmm.
protect the health of the people, now each and every country to protect their people with these kind of unforeseen vices and all that, there will be some precautionary measures will be taken.
Okay.
So for that, there is some government decisions and the mandates which normally they will be doing it. right? Because in last 100
Mm-hmm.
years we never faced, right?
Yes.
The first side scan it faced. Now what is that governments have done that? Government have thinking about this, which they wants to do some reformations in the existing government mandates to address these kind of problems in future if any happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So accordingly, whatever the decisions they have taken, those decisions directly or indirectly will be influencing on the business process of the healthcare organization. Okay.
Okay.
If it is influencing on the business process, automatically, whatever the systems they will be using, that also will impact.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? Clear or not?
Yes.
So when there is a Facets application, yes, see, Facets application was developed long back, not now, right? It was long back.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But as it is a product, they do regular updations. Product updations will be done by them in regular intervals according to the market needs. They
Market.
do
Okay.
that because they
Mm-hmm.
want to sustain in the market for a long time. They have to make some changes in their products. It will
Mm-hmm.
not be the same all the time, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But when it comes to the organization front point of view, for example, customer is buying the product, they have to make some customization according to the business rules of them.
Mm-hmm.
It happens, right?
Yeah.
So this is where being a business analyst, we will be involved.
Okay.
Understood? Mega
Mm-hmm.
clear?
Yes, I did.
Next point. Maybe technological advancements.
Mm-hmm.
Technology, technology,
Advancements.
yes, also, right? Understood or not? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So technology advancements also. These are the things which are basically influencing the business requirements by a business analyst when you are
Mm-hmm.
talking about customization. But here we have to make sure this should not impact the core systems which was which were already placed and used.
Mm-hmm.
Understood, right? The core system should not get disturbed. Understood, Mega? Clear?
Yes.
Core system should not see. Customer see. We are doing some customization in the product according to the
Mm-hmm.
rules and as well as the government mandates and technical advancements. It doesn't mean it should not impacting on the core system
Courses. Okay.
because core system remains constant. That never
Constant.
changes. Am I right?
Yes.
Because that itself is a base for the project to work.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Yeah.
So, excuse me. If you are a business analyst, when you are trying to have a knowledge over the facets, two things majorly, because of course there are a lot of things anyway, knowing about HIPAA rules and regulations, right? So these are all
Mm-hmm.
etc. etc. Anyway,
Yeah.
those are all known things. Hence, I'm not again, I'm repeating those points here. But
Mm-hmm.
majorly to understand, one is about configuration related things, which being a BA, you have to be understand with. Second is a customization part. This customization is a constant journey. This is not something happens in the first day or maybe after 100 days or 200 days or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, two
Mm-hmm.
months or 3 months. You cannot say that, right? Customization can also happen at any point in time. The
Yes.
reason why role of a business analyst is a constant journey where
Mm-hmm.
they have to keep on addressing the problems if there is any kind of impacted or changes happens in any of the business rules, any kind of government mandates or technology advancements. For example, nowadays we are using cloud applications. Okay,
Yes.
right? So this is
Mm-hmm.
also one of the technology advancement I can say.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is what generally I idea being a BA on a high level note one should be having if a person wants to have an experience towards Facets application. Clear?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, example. I'm taking you as an example, as you have asked me earlier. Right? Example. For example, there is a legacy system
Mm-hmm.
developed in mainframes. Okay,
Okay.
developed in mainframes. Now, this we are transforming now to phases. Okay.
Okay.
So, what steps we have to we have taken? Okay, what steps we
Mm-hmm.
have taken is what you want to know. Okay.
Yes.
Now, first of all, you need to understand mainframe systems having a programming language called COBOL.
Okay.
Okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Programming language
COBOL.
called COBOL. Right? So COBOL is a programming language which mainframes people uses. COBOL, right? COBOL language.
Mm-hmm.
Now, generally in old legacy systems, this COBOL, whatever the COBOL language we are using, we will have normally in legacy systems we'll have
Mm-hmm.
multiple COBOL interfaces will be there. Multiple COBOL
Interface.
interfaces will be there. It is there
Mm-hmm.
existed. So if
Okay.
anybody is asking, you have to say that, right? There is already
Mm-hmm.
a COBOL multiple interfaces which are already there in the mainframes is what we have identified. Point number one.
Okay.
Okay, point number one. Now to manage to manage these processes, to manage these processes for a part of intermediaries, for the part of intermediaries, what is
Mm-hmm.
guys have did? This is important. We have created, this is how you have to say. Okay, if someone is asking you, this is how
Mm-hmm.
you have to say in reference to the legacy applications. We have
Okay.
created an Excel based macro. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
right? Excel based macro. Why Excel based macro? Because Excel based macros are the one which will be used for non-technical, non-technical intermediaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Intermediaries in the project, right? Understood,
Yes.
right? So we have used an Excel based macros that can connect to any databases or MS Access, because MS Access is a one of the database, you know, right? One of
Mm-hmm.
MS Access, or else we can import any text-based files and generate standardized eligibility and premium payment files which are needed to process in Facets. Understood? Clear? Understand? Clear?
Yes.
Listening? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if someone is asking you how you did, right? So these are
Mm-hmm.
the points you have to say.
Okay.
COBOL has multiple interfaces is what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Based on our study, we have identified COBOL have multiple interfaces. Where to manage these interfaces and all that, we have created an Excel-based macro, right? So which can be
Mm-hmm.
connecting to any of the databases. Either it could be
Mm-hmm.
Oracle, it could be SQL, or it could be MS Access or something like Sybase or something like. or else we have a provision where we can import any kind of text-based files and all everything, so that the standardized eligibility of premium payments, whatever is there, right? Premium payment files.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah. Premium payment files which are needed to process in the facets. This
Okay.
is how generally the transformation has been taken place from
Okay.
legacy systems to facets.
Facets. Okay.
Mega, right?
Yes. Yeah.
This is how if we can explain, so that I think this is one way, based on my experience, I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based on my experience, this is one way where you can address if
Okay.
someone is asking you to do it.
Okay.
But normally make sure this
Mm-hmm.
standardizations and all everything, which will be majorly used to enhance the efficiencies of all these intermediaries, right? So at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
it will also be used to eliminate whatever the manual errors, right, followed during
Mm-hmm.
processes and all everything will also be addressed by the standardization process.
Okay.
The generating standardization process is what generally you are working using Excel based macros. This is what your solution. This is an intermediary, I can say. COBOL to mainframe to facets. Intermediary using Excel based macro is what you did.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
must be your answer.
Answer. Okay.
I think you got my point, right? So
Yes, I got your point now, but it will take some. I'll listen one more
it takes
time so
time,
that
of course. You
time to
cannot
digest.
understand
Yeah,
it.
it's
You
very
have to
high level.
explain in
So
your way. You have to
yeah,
explain.
I
It
will
takes
go
time.
through this recording and get more like because
Ah,
at first time it's all on the higher, it's going on my head all
ah,
over. But still, I'm able to grasp some things. But if I watch one more
because
time the recording, I think I will be able to
it takes
grasp many things.
it takes time, Mega.
Yeah.
Immediately you can't understand because this is first of its kind you are listening, right?
Yes, correct.
Because for that, first of all, you need to know what is COBOL first. That is
Mm-hmm.
important. What is COBOL, right? So, of
Yeah.
course, because practically, honestly speaking, nowadays there were very, very, very less people who can understand the mainframe systems. Very less.
Maintain. Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, people who
Mm-hmm.
are coming from BA background, I'm saying, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Typically, because business analyst background people majorly, I say, I don't say
Mm-hmm.
100%, majorly come from the functional side.
Okay.
They don't, they may not have any idea over the systems like legacy systems like mainframe systems and all. They may not have any.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sometimes some people have, some people may not have, which is
Yeah.
not guaranteed. You
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
understood? Yeah.
S-
Clear, Mega? Understood.
Yes, Raj, I'm clear. But please share this recording to me. I will
Yeah,
share my email
I'll
address.
share this
I'll.
recording so that you can
Yeah.
have it. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
We discuss about remaining points tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Because
No problem.
remaining other concepts of healthcare we discussed. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
So this
Yeah. I
is
have
the
a small notes written. I have Googled it and searched some things for like migration projects, basic points. I have written down. Tomorrow I'll show it to you.
yeah,
Like I'll.
show me. Show me. I will
Yeah.
even
Let me
if
know
there is
if
any
that
valuable
works.
points, we will add to this. No problem.
Yes, that's why. Yeah, I
So
got
that
this point, like the intermediary. I just want to Google it more and learn
uh,
about this,
yes,
uh, and I will write some notes on that too.
please. Hmm?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Correct me
Thank
if
you.
I'm doing something wrong. Tomorrow I'll
Yeah,
show it
yeah.
to you.
Anyway,
Yeah,
you made a research, right? You can show me
yeah,
tomorrow. I will see any needed corrections. I will suggest you.
hmm yeah. Okay,
Right, Meg? See you then. Bye.
yeah. Thank you, Raj.
Hmm.